Chosen one, you passed the final test. God's reaction will stun you. You did not arrive here by accident, and if you turn away now, you may miss the very thing you prayed for in the darkest nights of your life. You passed the final test, and that means something has shifted in the spiritual realm that cannot be undone. My reaction is not small, it is not quiet, and it will move through your life in ways you never imagined. Stay with me, because what I am about to unfold is precious, life-changing, and tied directly to the tears you thought no one saw. Comment, Amen. When I say you passed the final test, I am telling you that the season of silent endurance has reached its end. The pressure you felt was not punishment, it was preparation. The delay that frustrated you was not rejection, it was alignment. I watched you choose integrity when no one would have known if you had taken the easier road, and that choice opened a door in heaven that no person can close. You thought the test was about survival, but it was about trust. You thought it was about proving yourself to others, but it was about proving your heart before me. Every time you refused to give in to bitterness, you were stepping across the finish line. Every time you prayed, instead of retaliating, you were securing a blessing that had your name written on it long before this struggle began. My reaction will stun you because it will not look like what you expected. You were bracing for another battle, but I am preparing a breakthrough. You were preparing to defend yourself, but I am preparing to defend you publicly. If this is touching your spirit, and you feel the weight of what I am saying, like the video, as a sign that you are ready to receive what I am about to release. You endured loneliness without losing your faith. You faced misunderstanding without losing your kindness. You were tempted to quit, but you whispered, "My name," instead. That is why heaven responded, not with noise, but with decision. There were moments when you felt unseen, but I was measuring your strength. There were nights when you felt forgotten, but I was finalizing your reward. The final test was not about how loud your worship was. It was about how steady your heart remained when nothing seemed to move. And you remained steady. Now listen carefully, because this is where everything begins to change. My reaction is not anger, it is honor. My reaction is not distance, it is favor. I am stepping into your situation in a way that will cause even those who doubted you to pause in silence. You will notice small shifts first. A door that was once closed will open without struggle. A conversation that once felt tense will soften. An opportunity that seemed out of reach will suddenly feel near, not because of luck, but because I have decided the test is complete. You were being refined, not rejected. I allowed the pressure to reveal your strength to you. I allowed the silence to deepen your dependence on me. And now, I will allow the blessing to reveal my faithfulness to you. Do not shrink back in this moment. Do not question whether you truly passed. The enemy tried to convince you that your mistakes disqualified you, but your repentance restored you. The enemy tried to convince you that your delay meant denial, but your persistence proved your position. The final test exposed your loyalty. When others walked away, you stayed. When options presented themselves that would have compromised your calling, you chose restraint. That restraint became your victory. My reaction will stun you because it will overflow into areas you were not even praying about. I will restore confidence where insecurity once ruled. I will restore joy where heaviness lingered. I will restore clarity where confusion tried to cloud your vision. This is not just about one blessing, this is about a shift in identity. You will begin to see yourself the way I have always seen you, chosen, protected, favored, and strengthened by my hand. The test was the final layer between you and the next level of your calling. It was the final weight before the release. And because you did not break, because you did not surrender your faith, I am responding with acceleration. You may feel overwhelmed as things begin to move quickly. That is not chaos, it is confirmation. I am aligning people, timing, and provision in ways that will leave you standing in quiet awe. Comment 777. This number is not superstition, it is a declaration that completion has taken place in your life. Completion of struggle, completion of waiting, completion of proving yourself. Do not fear the suddenness of what is coming. I do not bless halfway. I do not restore partially. When I respond with fullness. You have been divinely protected even when you were unaware. There were plans against you that never reached you. There were words spoken about you that never gained power. I covered you because your purpose required preservation. Now I am revealing what was hidden. I am lifting what felt heavy. I am breathing life into dreams you quietly placed on a shelf because you were tired of hoping. You passed the final test, and that means you are stepping into a season where obedience turns into visible fruit. Faith turns into tangible favor. Patience turns into open doors. Why is this 7-second CIA ritual spreading so quickly everywhere? Recent CIA leaks have revealed a strong brain ritual that triggers an instant flow of wealth. This short technique, validated by 4 neuroscience labs, is rapidly transforming lives. From heavy debt to dream vacations, this could be your path to abundance. If you are seeing this, consider yourself lucky because the page may disappear soon. Click the link in the description and comments before it is deleted. There is a difference between wanting a blessing and being ready to sustain it. The final test proved that you would not let success replace surrender. It proved that you would not let recognition replace righteousness. Because you kept your heart steady, I can trust you with what is coming next. You may notice that your confidence is rising in a quiet way. This is not pride, it is assurance rooted in my presence. The anxiety that once followed you is loosening its grip because you are beginning to understand that I am for you. When you truly grasp that truth, fear loses its authority. Some people around you will sense the shift before you even speak about it. They will notice a peace that was not there before. They will see clarity in your decisions and strength in your posture. That is not performance, it is transformation that comes from passing through the fire without being consumed. You wondered if the test would ever end. You questioned whether the pressure was permanent. But I was measuring endurance, not punishing weakness. Comment 1212. This is your declaration that you recognize divine timing at work in your life. The waiting was not wasted. The silence was not empty. Every delay was building a foundation that cannot crack under the weight of what is being released now. I am also restoring what was quietly stolen from you. Confidence that was chipped away by criticism is being rebuilt. Dreams that were minimized by others are being reawakened. You will begin to feel courage rise in places where hesitation once ruled. Do not underestimate the small confirmations that are coming. A single conversation may unlock a long-standing problem. A single opportunity may lead to a chain of breakthroughs. When I move, I often begin with what seems small, so that you learn to recognize my hand in every detail. You are entering a season where your discernment will sharpen. You will sense clearly who is meant to walk with you and who must remain at a distance. This clarity is part of my reaction to your obedience. You proved that you would choose wisdom over impulse, and now I am increasing your ability to see beyond appearances. There were people who expected you to collapse under pressure. They assumed your faith was temporary, but instead of collapsing, you grew roots. Instead of retreating, you pressed deeper into me. This growth was not visible to everyone, but it was visible to me. I watched you forgive when it would have been easier to resent. I watched you stay faithful when quitting felt justified. That unseen faithfulness became the key that unlocked this new level of favor. You may feel moments of disbelief as doors begin to open. That is natural because you have been conditioned by struggle. But I am teaching you to expect goodness without guilt. You do not have to apologize for being blessed when you have endured with integrity. My reaction is also protection. As I elevate you, I am shielding you from distractions that could pull you backward. Not every opportunity will be for you, even if it looks attractive. Trust the inner check that I place within you, because it is guiding you toward alignment, not mere advancement. The final test refined your motives. It stripped away the need for approval. It exposed areas where you still depended on human validation instead of divine affirmation. Now that those layers have been removed, your steps will feel lighter and more direct. You are not the same person who entered that difficult season. You are stronger, but also softer. You are wiser, but also more compassionate. That balance is what qualifies you for what is ahead. Comment 333. This is your declaration that your faith is not shrinking in this moment, it is expanding. I am increasing your capacity to believe for more without losing gratitude for what you already have. Gratitude will remain your anchor, even as abundance grows around you. There will be restoration in relationships where healing is possible. Where reconciliation aligns with my will, I will soften hearts. Where separation is necessary for your calling, I will give you peace to release without bitterness. Either way, you will not be left in confusion. Financial strain that once kept you awake at night will begin to ease. I am not only concerned with your spirit, I care about your stability. Provision will meet responsibility, and anxiety will be replaced with strategy. You will not have to force doors open, because what I provide will come with clarity and peace. Your voice will carry new authority. When you speak, people will sense depth born from experience. You will not speak from theory, you will speak from survival and surrender. That authenticity will touch lives in ways you cannot fully measure. Do not forget where I brought you from. The memory of struggle will keep you grounded. The memory of my faithfulness will keep you confident. Both are necessary to walk wisely in this new season. You may feel moments where you are tempted to look back at what hurt you. When that happens, remember that the test was preparation, not destiny. It was a chapter, not your identity. Your identity is chosen, strengthened, and protected by my hand. I am also placing new dreams in your heart. These are not fantasies, they are assignments. They may stretch you, but they will not break you. The strength you gained during the test will now be used to build something lasting. Expect divine connections. I am aligning you with people who carry vision and integrity. These relationships will not drain you, they will sharpen you. Together, you will accomplish more than you ever could alone. The reaction that will stun you is not only in what you receive, but in who you are becoming. You are stepping into confidence without arrogance. You are stepping into influence without losing humility. That balance is rare, and it is the result of the fire you walked through. Could the CIA really be hiding a 7-second ritual that turns money struggles into success? A confidential CIA finding exposes a unique 7-second practice that activates money, attracting brainwaves automatically. Backed by science and 4 elite labs, this simple home ritual is helping struggling people move into dream lifestyles. But this page may not stay live. Click the link in the description and comments before it is wiped from the internet. I am proud of you, not in a distant way, but in a deeply personal way. You did not perform for applause, you persevered in private. That private perseverance moved heaven on your behalf. Continue to walk forward without fear. Do not rush the unfolding, but do not doubt it either. What I have begun in you will continue to grow, and the evidence of my reaction will become undeniable. You used to react quickly when things felt unfair. You used to carry the weight of other people's opinions as if they were truth. During the test, I allowed you to feel the sting of misunderstanding so you could learn the strength of inner peace. Now you do not need constant reassurance because you know I am your defender. This new strength will show up in quiet ways. You will respond with patience where you once reacted with frustration. You will walk away from arguments that would have drained you in the past. That self-control is not weakness. It is authority rooted in maturity. The reason my reaction will stun you is because I am entrusting you with influence. Influence over your environment, influence in conversations, influence in decisions that shape your future. You once prayed for change, but you did not realize the change had to begin within you. The final test adjusted your perspective. It taught you that not every closed door is a curse, and not every open door is a blessing. Comment 222. This is your sign that you trust my wisdom, even when you cannot see the full picture. Trust is the currency of this new season. The more you lean into it, the clearer your path becomes. I am placing you in situations where your presence will bring calm. Where others panic, you will carry stability. Where others complain, you will carry solutions. This is part of my reaction to your faithfulness. There were days when you felt invisible. You wondered if your efforts mattered, but the discipline you built in private has prepared you for public responsibility. Do not be surprised when leadership opportunities appear. They may not come with a title at first, but they will come with impact. People will seek your perspective because they sense integrity in you. The test also healed wounds you did not know were still open. It forced you to confront insecurity and comparison. As you faced those feelings, instead of hiding from them, healing began to take root. Now, when you see others succeed, you will not feel threatened. You will feel inspired. That shift is powerful because it frees you from competition and positions you for collaboration. My reaction includes restoration of your joy. You have been serious for a long time, carrying heavy thoughts and responsibilities. I am lightening your spirit so that laughter returns naturally. Joy is not distraction, it is strength. There is also a spiritual elevation taking place. Your prayers will feel more focused. Your time with me will feel less like obligation and more like connection. This intimacy is the greatest reward of all. You passed the final test because you chose faith over fear repeatedly, not perfectly, but consistently. Consistency is what built resilience in you. There will be moments in the coming days when old doubts try to whisper. They will attempt to remind you of past failures. When that happens, remember that the test did not expose your weakness, it revealed your growth. Comment 555. This is your declaration that grace has carried you further than guilt ever could. Grace is what sustained you. Grace is what qualified you when you felt unworthy. I am also stabilizing your environment. Chaos that once surrounded you will begin to quiet down. Situations that felt unpredictable will become manageable. You will notice that your decisions carry more weight now. That is because you are operating from a place of clarity instead of emotion. The confusion that clouded your judgment during the test has lifted. Financially, mentally, and spiritually, I am aligning things in your favor. Not in a way that removes all responsibility, but in a way that multiplies your effort. What once felt like constant struggle will begin to feel like steady progress. You may feel an urge to apologize for your growth, especially around those who are not ready to grow themselves. Resist that urge. Growth is not betrayal. As you move forward, I am also giving you discernment about who can celebrate with you genuinely. Some will clap publicly, but compete privately. Others will rejoice sincerely and support your journey. Stay close to those who carry sincerity. Release those who carry hidden resentment. This is not about judgment, it is about alignment. The final test stripped away illusions. It showed you that not everyone who smiles is safe. But it also showed you that I am constant, even when people are inconsistent. My reaction will continue to unfold in layers. It is not a single event, it is a season. You will wake up one day and realize that what used to overwhelm you no longer has control. Peace will become your default instead of panic. Confidence will replace hesitation. Vision will replace confusion. There is also creative energy returning to you. Ideas that seemed blocked will flow again. Motivation that felt lost will resurface. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. You are positioned. Every delay, every disappointment, every unanswered prayer was shaping this moment. You did not waste your suffering. Could a hidden CIA discovery explain why so many people are suddenly living in luxury? Secret CIA research has surfaced, revealing a brain technique that pulls in wealth almost like magic. It takes just 7 seconds, can be done at home, and is supported by 4 neuroscience labs. People are leaving debt behind and enjoying luxury right now. But this information might be removed soon. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. I am proud of how you handled what tried to break you. You could have become bitter, you could have chosen shortcuts, but you chose integrity. That choice echoes in eternity. As my reaction continues, remain humble, remain grateful, remain anchored in me. Do not rush ahead of my timing. Do not slow down out of fear. Walk steadily. You are stepping into a chapter where your faith will be visible not just in words, but in outcomes. You will look back and see clearly that the final test was the bridge between who you were and who you are becoming. And this becoming is strong, stable, and deeply rooted in my love. Keep your heart open, keep your spirit attentive. What is unfolding is not temporary relief, it is lasting transformation. There were moments when you thought the test was breaking you. In truth, it was breaking limitations that had quietly shaped your identity. You once saw yourself as someone who survived difficulty. Now you will see yourself as someone who overcomes and builds after difficulty. The difference is powerful. Survival keeps you cautious. Overcoming makes you courageous. You are stepping into courage. The way you think is changing. You no longer approach situations expecting disappointment. You approach them expecting guidance. That subtle shift in expectation will alter outcomes more than you realize. Comment 999. This is your declaration that you believe something greater is working in your favor. Belief is not denial of reality. Belief is alignment with my promise despite what reality once looked like. I am also healing the fatigue that settled deep in your spirit. The long season of testing left you tired in ways you could not fully explain. I am restoring energy to your body and clarity to your mind. You will wake up with renewed focus. Tasks that once felt overwhelming will feel manageable. Decisions that once felt heavy will feel guided. The final test also exposed the strength of your loyalty. You stayed committed to values that were not popular. You held on to truth when compromise would have been easier. That loyalty is rare, and I honor it. My reaction includes elevation in areas where you were overlooked. People who once dismissed your potential will begin to recognize your growth. This is not about revenge, it is about revelation. They will see what I always saw. Do not allow this recognition to harden your heart. Stay gentle, stay kind. Let your success speak quietly without arrogance. You are also entering a period of strategic wisdom. During the test, you learned patience. Now that patience will blend with insight, you will know when to act and when to wait. This discernment will protect you from unnecessary battles. Not every challenge deserves your energy. Not every opinion deserves your attention. The final test trained you to conserve strength for what truly matters. Comment 1010. This is your declaration that completion has made room for a new beginning. Endings are not losses when they lead to purpose. You may notice that old temptations no longer hold the same power. Habits that once pulled at you will feel distant. This is because growth has replaced appetite. You are not fighting the same battles anymore because you are not the same person anymore. I am also aligning your environment with your elevation. Spaces that once felt heavy will begin to shift. You may feel led to rearrange, release, or rebuild aspects of your surroundings. Follow that leading. Physical shifts often reflect internal transformation. There will be moments of unexpected peace that surprise you. You will find yourself calm in situations that would have unsettled you before. That calm is evidence that the test strengthened your foundation. You once prayed for strength without realizing how it would come. Strength came through endurance. Strength came through restraint. Strength came through silence. Now that strength will carry you forward without strain. My reaction will also show up in restored confidence regarding your calling. You questioned whether you were capable. You doubted whether you were ready. The final test answered those doubts. You are ready. Not because you are perfect, but because you are prepared. Prepared hearts carry wisdom. Prepared minds carry clarity. Prepared spirits carry authority. I am expanding your capacity to lead yourself well before leading others. Discipline in private will continue to guard your public influence. What you do when no one watches will sustain what happens when everyone is watching. You will also begin to sense a deeper peace about your future. The anxiety that once demanded constant answers will quiet down. You will trust the process because you have seen my faithfulness already. This trust will free you from rushing. You do not have to force progress. You do not have to chase validation. What is meant for you will recognize you. The final test proved that you would not abandon your integrity for quick results. Because of that, I can entrust you with results that last. There will be growth in your relationships as well. Conversations will feel more authentic. You will no longer shrink yourself to make others comfortable. Authenticity is not rebellion. It is alignment with who I created you to be. As you walk in authenticity, you will attract those who resonate with truth. You will repel those who prefer pretense. This is healthy. You cannot carry everyone into your next season. Some will remain behind not because you failed them, but because they are called to a different path. Release without resentment. My reaction will continue to surprise you because it is layered. It will not be loud every day. Sometimes it will be subtle. A quiet opportunity, a peaceful decision, a timely confirmation. Why are so many people saying this CIA ritual changed their life in only 7 seconds? This leaked CIA method is powerful and effective. A short brainwave technique, backed by 4 neuroscience labs, is helping regular people move from broke to prosperous. Dream homes, cars, and trips are becoming possible. But this video could be taken down at any moment. Click the link in the description and comments now before it is gone. But each layer will build momentum. You are not returning to the old cycle. You are not repeating the same lesson. You graduated. The final test was not the end of growth, but it was the end of that level. There are new lessons ahead, but they will not feel like punishment. They will feel like progress. Progress that stretches you without crushing you. Progress that challenges you without confusing you. You are divinely protected in this new chapter. Protection does not mean absence of challenge. It means presence of purpose within challenge. When obstacles appear, they will not derail you. They will refine your strategy. When criticism appears, it will not define you. It will sharpen your focus. When uncertainty appears, it will not paralyze you. It will drive you deeper into trust. You passed the final test because you did not allow circumstances to change your core. Hold on to that core. Remain anchored in gratitude. Remain anchored in humility. Remain anchored in faith. The reaction that once stunned you will soon become your new normal. Favor will not feel foreign. Peace will not feel temporary. You will carry stability like a mantle. This is the season where you stop merely surviving and start building. Building habits that support your growth. Building relationships that reflect your values. Building dreams that honor your calling. The test prepared you for construction, not just celebration. So move forward with confidence. Walk with quiet assurance. Let your actions reflect the transformation that took place in private. There is a deeper layer to what has happened in your life.